Time for our Florida Derby preview. Florida Derby presented by Curlin comes up on race number 14 Saturday at Gulfstream Park. Jeff Siegel, Jeremy Plonk with Xpressbet. Jeff, this race has one thing, the headliner.
And that is Forte, and he is not only the headliner in this race, but leading up to the Triple Crown based on his comeback win in the Fountain Youth. Of course, he was the British Cup Juvenile winner from last year, and nothing that he did in the Fountain Youth would indicate that he should not win this race. I mean, he was highly impressive and did so with not. I don't even think he was cranked up. I think he'll be closer to being 100%, maybe not quite there yet. Has to overcome that draw, Jeremy. But if he has anything to worry about in this race, it might be Fort Bragg, the California shipper, the former Bob Baffert trained colt now in Tim Yakteen's barn, who's training really, really well. He was 5th in the San Felipe in his most recent start, but he was beaten by Practical Move in that race, and Practical Move is one of the best, maybe the second best colt in the crop. You can see how Fort Bragg breezes here, and he is absolutely spot on. He will run the race of his life. Is it good enough to beat Forte? I don't know, but that's the one maybe Forte has to worry about.
In all 4 horses coming out of the Fountain Youth Stakes back into this one to try to take on Forte. One of those is Mage, a horse who had only 1 race under his belt going into the Fountain Youth. I thought he ran pretty well for all intents and purposes, going sprint the route last time out. He could improve here in his second route race. Luis Saez takes over in the saddle. I think that's good for Mage, as is post number 4. Post position could be a big deal here in the Florida Derby with all the favorites. The 4 lowest choices in the morning line are the 4 widest in the post draw here. 1.125 track. They make 1 circuit around it. So the run to the clubhouse turn, not quite as long as it is at most mile tracks when they start at the 1.125 distance. Plenty more handicapping all week to come on the Florida Derby Saturday at Gulfstream Park.